Hey everyone, this is Ian Hari, and welcome to another episode of Train Talk. Today, I thought I might do a video. Coaster Fan just did last Friday. He did a video on Eastern Commuter Railroads in equipment updates in Canada and the US, so we're going to do that as well. So let's begin. So first, we're going to talk about the US one first. First, we're going to break it up into different categories. We're going to go by commuter rail, and let's go. First, we're going to start with Tri-Rail in Miami, Florida, which is one of my favorite commuter rails in Florida. Tri-Rail is expected to get, in 2023, they received a grant from the grant for bringing to replace 6 locomotives. Those will replace Tri-Rail's oldest GP49 locomotives in fleet and its bumper battle cars and cab cars that were used. The new cars, I'm not sure. There'll probably be new bumper battle cars from Alstom. Some with Crown's energy management cab cars, which will be a great. The new locomotives will probably be Siemens Chargers, which will be called TC42s. That will be called that, which will replace all of Tri-Rail's GP49 locomotives in service that were acquired in 2006 by Norfolk Southern. They're used locomotives, by the way, so remember? Yeah. Next, we're going to go to Virginia Railway Express. Virginia Railway Express is planning to replace its oldest gallery cars used in service with new Alstom Carabella cars similar to those on Metra. Alright. Those new cars will be fitted to the current locomotives, which are MP36 locomotives, which they have not had plans to replace the MP36s quite yet. They have no plans for new locomotives quite yet, but they will have them soon. Next, let's go to SEPTA. SEPTA was going to have a commuter rail car from CRC, a Chinese manufacturer, but primarily that car got canceled. But SEPTA decided to cancel it because since they were going to have it alongside their locomotive or fleet of ACS-64 electric locomotives, which they are planning to get additional ACS-64 electric locomotives from Amtrak, which are going to be replaced on the Amtrak Sprinter. Now, next, we're going to go to two commuter railroads in New York City. So, we're going to go to the commuter railroads in New York City. Let's go. So, next, we just heard that Metro North is a new Siemens dual-motor locomotives, the SC42 DMs, which are similar to an ALC42, which are going to replace the P30 ACDM GE Genesis locomotives. Like the Genesis locomotives they replaced, they're also going to replace the oldest F40s, the F40s and its oldest. While GP and F40s will remain in service, they're mostly primarily replacing the P32 ACDM, which is the Genesis series locomotive, which is slowly being replaced on Amtrak, and other railroads are replacing the Genesis locomotives, which the Genesis locomotives are very old. They're the P32 ACDM. Similar to those being replaced on the Amtrak New York City services with new Aerotrain sets. They'll be replaced with SC42. They have diesel power, but will carry third electric power in the locomotive, similar like that. See, so also they will be replacing more of those locomotives are going to be replaced in the near future. So that's good news for my turn. Next, Long Island Railroad is replacing its oldest DE30 AC and DM30 ACs, with brand new dual-mode charger locomotives from Siemens, similar to those. It will be similar to those on Metro North. Similar to Metro North, they will be replacing all of its oldest DE30s and DM30 locomotives used in service, which will keep them operating. The Connecticut Department is also expected to replace its oldest locomotives on the system. Connecticut CT Rail is expected to replace its GP locomotives and the P40DC and P32 ACDM locomotives used in service. Like the Genesis locomotives, they're also replacing the Genesis locomotives used in service with brand new dual-mode charger locomotives from Siemens. We're not sure which ones are coming, not sure when they're coming, but we'll see in the near future. Next, we move to other commuter railroads that are dealing with. First, we're going to move on to the MBTA. The MBTA is the biggest one in Boston, Massachusetts. It's electrifying its Fairfield line with electric train sets. I'm not sure which ones but there'll probably be Statler train sets similar to those on on Caltrain in San Francisco. They also probably might get dual-mode Siemens charger locomotives to replace its oldest F40s, HSP 36s, the GP locomotive, the Y-cab GP locomotives, and MP36 locomotives, but primarily they're getting rebuilt, which, good news, they are getting rebuilt, which is a really good thing because they need to be rebuilt from their old counterparts. Also, next, we're going to go to MBTA. MBTA is rebuilding all of its F40s and HSP 36s, MP36 locomotives, and its oldest GP, and then the GP Y-cab variant of the GP locomotive from the Canadian manufacturer. Now next, we'll move on to New Jersey, which is another commuter railroad operation as well. New Jersey Transit is replacing its PL32s with ALP 45As, which are new locomotives replacing them in service. While they have those, New Jersey Transit is also replacing its Aero 3 multiple unit sets with brand new bilocal cars from Alstom. We also have a car. Oh, I forgot, the MBTA is also ordering Hyundai Rotem bilevel cars to replace its oldest single-level equipment used in service. This will be an elimination for single-level equipment with more bilevel equipment the MBTA is going to be using. While they're doing that, the New Jersey Transit also got multi-level cars from Alstom, which is going to be used to replace its Aero 3 train sets used in service. Now, we've done most of the U.S., but we haven't gotten to most of the Sunrail has no plans to replace its equipment yet, but it will have in the near future. Now, Tri-Rail, however, is also expected to replace its F40s very soon, but they're currently they're rebuilt now, so they are only replacing their GP locomotives and their Bombardier bilevel cars right now. We haven't heard anything about it, but it's going to be a great thing for every commuter railroad is getting Siemens charger locomotives dual motion to replace its Genesis locomotives used in service, which is similar to those used on Amtrak. With like Amtrak's replacing the Genesis locomotives as well with Siemens chargers as well. Now we break down the Eastern commuter railroad. Now we're going to move on to Canada. Let's go to Canada. So, West Coast Express is getting an F59PH that was used on another railroad. They're also rebuilding its F59PHI locomotives. And while they still have their MP36 locomotive, which is really a good thing that they're doing. Now next, we move on to EXO, formerly AMT in Montreal. EXO is getting new EC42s, which is similar to the Amtrak ALC42s. They will be replacing the F59PH locomotives, but eventually they could get additional more to replace the F59PHIs. They're also ordered new CRRC bilevel cars, which are brand new bilevel cars, which are so nice, which I can't wait to see. Now, next we move on to Go Transit in Ontario, in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, which has ordered more Bombardier bilevel cars from Alstom, which Bombardier was transferred all over to Alstom now. which is really so good. Now, Go Transit is expected to electrify its service soon, which is it's also acquiring FE9PH locomotives from Metrolink, which Metrolink is replacing all of its FE9PH locomotives with MP30s and MP36s pretty soon. Now next, all these commuter railroads are doing such an amazing job replacing all of its equipment. Now, I do have a railroad news solution, but it will be today, but later on today I will have railroad news solution today on railroad news solution. Today I'll be talking about freight railroads in the U.S. And then I'll do one on commuter railroads on railroad news. I thought I might do Eastern Commuter Rail updates because it's a really good thing to talk about. Because, all this stuff is going to be going on soon. So, be sure to look out. And I have Link Light Rail videos up, so please be sure to watch them. I will have more coming out soon this year, but be sure to watch them if you can. Now on this episode on Train Talk is really so good. Now, we haven't gotten to Music City Star yet. Music City Star has no plans to replace its equipment yet, but it will have plans pretty soon to replace its F40s and the gallery cars used in service, which is really so amazing. So that is all the commuter rail updates I can give about from the Eastern U.S. Oh, I all forgot. Tri-Rail is also putting a new paint scheme on its Hyundai Rotem cars, its BL36s, and F40 locomotives used in service. But it's not applied to the Bombardier Battle cars or the GP49s, which are not going to be applied to that. That paint scheme will not be applied. Eventually, will be applied to the Bombardier Battle cars and the new train sets that are going to, the new cars and the new locomotives that are going to come out very soon. So that's it for right now. So, thanks for watching the episode on the look at the Eastern commuter railroads in the U.S. If you have any thoughts, please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. Until next time, I'm Ian Hari, I'll see you on the line, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, bye-bye.